So after analyzing our data, we had some pretty interesting results. So first off, we found that most of the survey respondents' children were female at 73%. They were between the ages of 4 and 6, and 50% of them were diagnosed with spastic cerebral palsy. This is interesting because a majority of individuals who are diagnosed with cerebral palsy are male. Additionally, we saw that no one had prior hippotherapy experience and everyone spoke English as their primary language in their home. The lack of previous hippotherapy experience is interesting considering the majority, which is 83% of the respondents' children, have previously been treated with OT or PT. So it's obvious from this data that using hippotherapy for a treatment modality for cerebral palsy is an emerging practice. So secondary to the OT and PT services, 48% of the children had received Botox injection as part of their interdisciplinary cerebral palsy treatment. So this lack of exposure to hippotherapy could also be attributed to the fact that 70% of the respondents reported no exposure to horses, and the other 30% said that they had seen horses or had horses as dolls. So 82.8% of the survey respondents stated that their child did not have any co-occurring health conditions. This is interesting because a majority of children with cerebral palsy do have co-occurring health conditions. So I think that might have been an error in reporting or something that we could have looked at further in our questioning. The majority of the children weighed between 35 and 40 pounds or 46 to 50 pounds. They were tied. This is reasonable considering the age of the majority of the respondents and the fact that children with cerebral palsy tend to have pretty below average weight. So the majority of the respondents' total household income was between $60,000 and $80,000 a year at 30%. The average family income in the state of California is about $82,000 a year, so this makes sense. It sounds like the average. There was also a lot of people who reported the second to the $60,000 to $80,000 a year was under $20,000. And we are thinking that that's probably due to the fact that there's a lot of associated costs with having a child with a disability. So, and then finally, a majority of children were only living with either two parents or a single parent in the home at 51%, which again could be due to the fact that there is additional financial and time commitments of having a child with disabilities.